right, good afternoon, good evening, whatever you want to call it. It's 4:35 now. We've been on site for about an hour. We got checked in right around 3:30. They do have a new procedure here at SDI, whatever the heck they're called. You have to, there's a QR code in the beginning of the yard, or right where the drivers pull up to, that they have to scan. To basically use that to get checked in. I don't know where I'm going. Alright, back on track now. I've never been to that yard before, so I wasn't sure where exactly I'd come out. Plus they got the train on the tracks and they're unloading a bunch of steel off of it. Anyway, we got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16 pieces. We got 4 that are 50 feet long, 8 that are 45 feet long, and then 4 that are 40 feet long. And then they're different widths. The 50 footers are pretty wide. Those are double stacked, and then so they're 2 stacked 2 high and then side by side, and those 4 are wider than the whole entire load. I think it's sending me out this way. They changed so much here. I mean, I was only here in August. They didn't have the QR code. Along with the QR code comes a thing that you can track, that you can click on to accept GPS. And the GPS will take you stop by stop on what yard you have to go to. So it took me, I had to go to 3 yards this time. 9, 4, and then 3. It took me to yard 9. As soon as I was done there, I came back in the truck and it was already changed on there to go to yard 4. And then same thing with yard 3. Yard 3 was right next to 4. I didn't really need the GPS. Shoot, I'm clicked on the wrong thing. I'm on PC. It was supposed to be on yard move. Genius. And those Mack trailers are nice. Wonder how they look with the Conestoga on it. All aluminum. I have a couple different feelings about Conestogas. One, you are a little more limited on the freight. There's certain things that they won't let you haul, and then there's some spots that you just can't load them. But on the other hand, there's loads that I can't do because I don't have a Conestoga. It's kind of 50-50. Well, maybe not so much 50-50. Let me get out here and throw these straps real quick. I gotta hurry up and get down the road so that I can take Maisie for a walk. Well, she looks pretty good. We got 8 feet apart on these ones here. I got 2 in the first 5 on the top, and then I put 1 on each layer here. Get that box closed up. I'm gonna grab my hammer and beat that in a little bit. She looks good. One strap facing the twisted the wrong way. I don't really care for it, but I think it'll be alright. That's this one here. I don't know, maybe because of how yep. That'll do. I like them facing that way because the wind catches it this way instead of being caught in here. And then this one's really not front and back, isn't really very long, so. Alright, good morning. We're cruising across I-90 right now, heading home. Still got 380 miles to go. Stayed over there in Toledo last night at the Flying J. Right there off of 280. I think it's 280. Makes it 71 off of 90. Just a heads up to anybody. If you're going there anytime soon, I don't know what status it'll be by the time this video actually goes up, but they're remodeling all the showers and everything. Unfortunately, I didn't know that until I got into the building this morning. They still had the bathroom open by Wendy's or by the Denny's, but of course they were cleaning it at the moment that I really needed to go. It is what it is. I ran down to the Pilot on the other side of 90 and took a shower and stuff there. We're about 6 miles from the next rest area. So 23 miles ago, the one strap broke. I think my third strap. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Either way, I'll show you guys in a second. The one strap ended up snapping. I don't know what caused it. I lost 2 corners over it. Not much I can do about that. 70 miles an hour going down the thruway. They're just, the straps are dangling a little bit, but they're not in risk of hitting the tires. They're staying like right within the trailer area. I mean, they're not like flapping all the way out. They're just like dragging right to the back of the trailer, towards the back of the trailer. So that's the main reason I haven't pulled over right away. I could be sitting there throwing a new strap on the shoulder, but really no need to do it when there's no immediate threat that I can take it to the next rest area. I was kind of surprised there wasn't a cop back there on the shoulder, just sitting there by himself with the lights on. I thought maybe he'd end up seeing the strap and pulling me over, but get out here in a second, we'll take a look at it. Alright, so clearly I didn't do what I thought I did. I thought I put 2 straps here on the top, like I did back here. This is what it should have looked like in the front. Apparently I got something mixed up in my head. Anyway, here's the strap. Yeah. Guess there was just too much pressure, even with the corner on. Well, now I'm going to throw another strap on the front. Oh, there was 2 straps. Okay. We lost 2 straps. Isn't that weird? Okay. I don't know what to say from here. I mean, you can see earlier in the video there's corners on it. I put corners on both of them. Those 2 did tighten down quite a bit. So I lost the 1 hook. Sheesh. All my time doing this and this has never happened. Oh well, we'll get 2 new straps thrown on and get it tied back down. So I lost 4 corners. Son of a... Can't get much luckier than that. The straps just broke. I did see the 1 corner going down the road. There was nothing wrong with it. I didn't lose 4. I only lost... Here's the other 3. And there's nothing wrong with them. You can see it's like really shiny right there. There was just too much tension, I guess. To be fair, I think those straps are pretty old too. No, not this one. I think the other one is. This one's fairly new. Still got a lot of the green in it. Ooh. I didn't notice this before. Something must have pressed into the strap pretty good on a different load. Maybe it was the same thing on that other one. Alright, so essentially we lost apparently I picked up the phone too soon. We lost 3 straps. I didn't realize, and this is my stupidity, with having the twist and the strap, I didn't realize how much it's touching the second bundle, or the second tier, I guess. And you can see right there where it's already rubbed right into that strap. And that's pretty much a brand new strap. Luckily it hasn't rubbed into any of these other ones. It's touching it. But I have to move those better corners down to that tier. And then I got these other flat ones. Yeah, that one's not even touching at all. That one's good. That one's good. Good. New. Wouldn't bother. I have these other corners here. Old corners. I got these up in Cleveland, picking up insulation years ago. I didn't have any corners, so I'm going to put these corners here because there's nothing stopping them from moving. I want the most pressure on them on the top, and then because these corners, the red ones, they have this little lip here, I'm going to put that on the second tier, which will it doesn't have full tension on there. That's why there's no strap on it. But to prevent the rubbing, and with the tension of the strap, that little nipple, if you will stop it from being blown off. That's my hope. I guess the wind could get up underneath it, but we'll just have to keep an eye on it and make sure they're doing good. I'd rather sacrifice the black ones, but so that's what I'm gonna do. I gotta go loosen up those top 7 straps, pull the big corner down and put this smaller corner up, I guess. Alright, so theoretically this should work out. Hopefully I'm using that word properly. I pushed the corners back a little bit, kind of to push them up against that bump. Some of them are pretty tight. Ones like this have pretty good movement to them. Some, like that one there, I'm kind of worried about. Only because it could possibly flip up in. Like I said, we'll just keep a good eye on it. I got one more thing I can end up doing, but God knows I really don't want to do that. But if it comes to it, we'll get her done. Alright, let's see how far we can go. Alright, so we went an hour and 18 minutes, about 20 minutes further than I wanted to go. The rest stop, which I think was just one of those parking areas, was actually closed. So now we're at the Loves. You know, I don't remember where this Loves is. It's just outside of Cleveland. Gives me no time to put our leash on. And looks like we're doing good. Got all their corners on. If you fall from this height, it's gonna hurt. All the corners on this side. Yep, and everything's on this side. See, I always swiped the wrong way for that. Got both corners there, or all three rather. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One was already there, so 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I'm counting the wrong one on the front there. Anyway, that's where we're at. Maisie's got to go to the bathroom. So we're at the Loves in Madison, Ohio. We're both going to go to the bathroom here. Let this one frolic a little bit and flip herself around in the grass. And then we're going to get home. Figure we'll have about 2 or 3 more bathroom breaks. That did that good, doing 70 miles an hour. I don't think we'll have any issues whatsoever. We got more than enough straps on there that, and when those straps broke earlier, I felt it in the cab. I didn't just see it in the mirror, I felt it. Just a boom. Felt like it wasn't a huge feel, but you could feel like the small vibration of the
strap exploding. That sudden release of tension. Anyway.
Alright, good morning. We're just about to delivery now. We're 3 miles out. We left the truck stop last night, the house last night, it was around 4 o'clock. We got to the other side of Albany, right there before the Massachusetts border, and stayed at the Loves. Got there about 7 o'clock last night. Got up 4 o'clock this morning, got out of there about quarter to 5 this morning. I planned on leaving about 4:30, but I still had to take Maisie out, so that took me just a little bit of extra time. No big deal. I don't think I can get off this way. Nope. Yeah. They're not supposed to start receiving until 7:30. We're going to get there about 5 to 7. And hopefully we can get basically right in and get unloaded quickly. I'm going to try to pull up onto the, up on that curb there where I normally get off.
Turn at the first right onto Main Street.
Actually, I'm going to try to make this turn. I usually go down the road here to the left and then turn around and come back to it, but if I go this way, I'll be able to land right there on the corner. See how it goes.
Second right onto Grand Street.
So we're supposed to make a right-hand turn onto this road. I'm not gonna do that. Go down the road here, and I'll take the long way, and we'll get turned around. If I were to make the right-hand turn onto the road right there, I would have had to make an extremely hard right to end up where I needed to end up. I could turn onto this, but again, it's going to be a really hard right-hand turn to make. From what I'm looking at on the GPS. This is where it really stinks not having the switch to dump the airbags, making a turn like this. I'll give you guys a quick show what it looks like on the map afterwards.
Turn at the first right onto Lindley Street.
Now that I'm playing it in my head, I should have just got off that exit, went down, made 2 lefts, got right back on the highway, and then got back off on this exit here. Glad I waited a second.
Turn at the first right onto North Avenue.
I could take this right here, which I think I'm gonna do. The GPS wants me to take a hard right, but what I need to do is take a veer off to the left there. And just like that. And it looks like I didn't leave soon enough. Son of a gun.
You have reached your destination.
Alright, so I know the 4-ways are a little annoying. Try to keep my fingers out of the way here too. Here's where we're at right now. We got off the highway. We came to here. I came around this turn here. What I normally do is I come through here, over to here, yeah, over to here, and then come around, or something like that, maybe right here, yeah. Huh, now I'm confusing myself. Okay, yeah. That's what I normally do. I come here, come around to here, and then I come down the road. And then I usually just pull in right by the scale house here. It's not even in use, it's an old scale house. What we did today is come down this road, and I was saying I could make that one right-hand turn, but I would have had to make this really sharp turn in order to end up here. which was all congested anyway. So I came down the road a ways. Where'd we go? Here. Came down to this road here, and then we turned on here, and this is where I said I could have just got off the highway, could have got off, came down around, and I could have just turned here. Somehow. I don't know, I'll have to look at that again. But I could have somehow got back on the highway here and then just came down to that exit. Right here. So we ended up coming here, we made a turn here, and then we turned here. This is where I said it had to turn right but bear to the left. And that brought us right down to here. I ended up parking here for a short time, went over here to check in, and then backed up to this side where I realized there were signs that said no tractor trailer parking. And then as soon as the truck that cleared here moved, I parked here. I know that's a little long-winded, but that's what happened. So now I have everything but 2 straps off, and I got 3 new boards, but technically I'm only going to have 2 new boards to add to my collection because the one board that I severely disfigured is going to come off the truck. There's no need for it to be on here. Right now I'm set up to do 1 or 2 coils with the coil boards, with the beveled coil boards, and as soon as I can get rid of them, as soon as I get my my beveled coil racks, I can get rid of those boards. So that's it for now. Actually, I'm just going to end this here. Hopefully we'll get unloaded in time. We're 20 miles away from the next pickup, so it shouldn't be much of an issue, but I guess that depends on how long it takes these guys to unload. Right now it's already 8:34. I don't think I have it punched up yet. Alright, so I just punched it in real quick. Our last load went from Lamar, South Carolina to Commercial Point. We did $12.44, 93 cents on that. 160 for the Deadhead, 511 loaded, 671 in total. 245 loaded, $1.86 empty. And we had a 23.8% Deadhead. This load that we just finished up, Columbia City, Indiana to Bridgeport, Connecticut, 188 empty, 1053 load all. 188 empty, 865 loaded, 1053 in all. We did 255 loaded per mile, and we did 210 all miles with a 17.9% Deadhead. That puts our month right now for all miles at $1.88 and a total of 24% Deadhead. The next one's definitely going to knock down the Deadhead rate percentage, and it's going to bring up the all rates per mile. And then our load picking up Monday on the 24th. No. Ooh. Okay, so this next load is going to help with our Deadhead for this month, but that's going to be our last load for the month. Yeah, it's going to be our last load for the month. Today's the 25th. We'll be picking up that load today on the 25th, and we'll deliver it tomorrow morning on the 26th. And then, and that puts us on Wednesday. And then Thursday is Thanksgiving. Friday there was no loads, and our next load is going to come out on December 1st, which will be Monday, which is we'll start our whole Deadhead thing all over again. I can say this real quick for our month. Our Deadhead is sitting at 26.4% Deadhead for the year so far. Hopefully, I can knock that down a little bit with the next load and the rest of the month, or the rest of the next month. Let's see, our quarterly we did 22.6, 33%, 23.8%, and then so far this quarter, I don't know why it's not showing the percent. Okay, so far this quarter's had a lot of Deadhead, 26.35, but it's still not bad as bad as the second quarter, which was 33%. So we'll have to work on that much more next year. But we're going to do a whole breakdown video on all of the numbers when it comes that time. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe, and we'll see you in the next one.